right. All right. Here we go. So I can put this on the YouTube video. Hell yeah. Okay, so here we are on a Saturday. We're so busy here that I'm just trying to play keep up. So what I'm doing today is we will be trying to tune the chaser. So yesterday we did get some tuning done. Nothing crazy, just a couple of hits, and to be honest with you, it didn't make that much power. Real disappointing actually on how little power that it made. But the good news is that the wastegate is dumping perfectly fine, and you can hear it, it's making noise and all that jazz. So we're gonna handle a couple things here today. Ideally, we're gonna try to get it tuned as best as we can. And it's running about 80 kPa. I think that works out to being like 8 or 12 pounds of boost. I don't know what that actually works out, but it's not running a ton of boost. So what we're going to do is first things first is we're going to calibrate the knock sensor and cold start. So it's a little rough on the cold start stuff, so we're going to handle that today. And then this connector here should be the boost control wiring. So what I'm going to do though is that once we get timing knocked out and the knock sensor roughly calibrated, we're going to go ahead and wire up the boost controller if time permits. I've only got... So after doing a couple of pulls here, so to test knock sensors, you basically just turn the timing down in boost just to see. But I went ahead and I turned it down and did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pulls already, and knock sensor still is not really calibrated. It seems like the knock sensors obviously are narrowband, so they obviously don't read that well, and they're a little bit hard to calibrate. But the entire time I was watching the exhaust with the camera, and we obviously don't have any popping out of it. So I think that we're good to go. Without knock gear set up and the factory knock sensor being not very good, there's not really too much else that we can do here in terms of knock. So we're just going to keep it real mild. So we didn't actually end up where we really wanted to with the chaser. We've got a couple problems. Like I mentioned earlier, we got an issue with the knock sensors not reading. That's a common 2J factory knock sensor thing, or just really factory knock sensors in general. But that's one. The coils, we started getting what I think is a spark blowout because it's starting to pop. And it just doesn't seem like the coils are keeping up, which makes sense because there's still the factory wasted spark setup. And then finally, the biggest thing really that's killing us is the VVT. So I've got VVT open here, and at the very top, we've got the actual cam angle. So this is actually what it's producing, and this is the angle target, what it should be doing. So I'm gonna highlight the log here, and you can see that at virtually any given moment, the VVT doesn't match unless it's at idle. And so unfortunately, there's not really too much else I can do there. And VVT is not going to change peak power, because at peak you're basically zeroed out anyways, but there is something going on. I've made a couple changes to the VVT stuff and it made zero difference in it, and what that would really do is kind of fix up and clean up the mid-range. So there's that. So now what everyone's really waiting for is where we ended up actually. So as you can see here, our actual peak power is 365 and 285 torque, and you can kind of see the curve. I know there's a glare, but you can kind of see the curve where it's lacking there in the mid-range down here. Now granted, this is a GT35R, So it is going to be a bit laggy on a 2.5. So there's a little bit of lag there, obviously, but you can see that by basically 5,000 RPMs down here, it's making steam, and it pulls all the way up to redline. So it does want some more RPM, or a VVT I would work. We'd probably come on a little bit sooner as well, or a bit sooner rather. But it is what it is, you know. Unfortunately, it's just one of those things. Car didn't blow up, so that's a big plus. But there's room to grow. There's things that need to be done, but it is what it is. So the customer's happy. I'm relatively happy. I wish it would have went without a hitch, but you know, we did 30 plus runs on it. It didn't blow up, so let's call that a win. Call that one a day.
Oh fuck.
You take me home or what?
Sure.
Yeah.
Really, really.